Alright guys, here we go. We got a couple things going on in this video, so this could be a little bit of a time consuming video, but we got a couple things we're going to knock out. Two birds with one stone. Michael, this is your 203P sitting here. I meant to get this out to you last week, but I didn't have time to cut a video, and you requested a video on it. So all RM Italy's, I don't do videos unless they're requested. If you request one, there's no charge. I don't mind doing a video on it. But this is 203P, obviously has sideband, preamp, all that stuff built into it. And this is a 4-pill 2879 standard with biasing and SSB. There's your sticker directly from Fatboy. So what we're going to end up doing, we're going to test this guy individually, and then we will test it driving it in to this Fatboy 4-pill 2879. So right now, I've got the voltage cut back a little bit because I'm a little worried that this guy's going to do too much. We will set that accordingly to get the right amount of drive going to the Fatboy here. I don't really have anything better to drive it with, so we're going to use the 203P. And these guys they're really powerhouses for what they are. Now, we are going to be hitting the 203P a little harder than I normally would recommend. Usually about 2 watts going in and about 25 watts PEP or swing going into this guy is plenty. If you're running sideband, 25 watts peak, swing going in is plenty. And then AM, 2 watts carrier to 25 watts peak. This radio obviously does a little bit more, which is another reason we're going to probably run the voltage a little bit lower on the power supply, because this guy here does about 35 plus PEP. So that being said, let's go ahead and turn this thing off here. And we're just on the 203P. Matter of fact, we'll turn it off as well. Your preamp is right here. You can actually run the preamp without running the amp. So that's the preamp switch. That powers on the amp section. And that's your sideband and AM there. So everything is turned off right now. Just the radio. We're going to run a 50 watt slug for reference, and this is average power. Hello, it's showing about 8 watts because we've got everything in line. If we didn't have all this stuff in line, it would show about 10. Plus, we've got our voltage at 14 volts. And this is a PEP audio. Yeah, it shows about 30 PEP at 14 volts. Plus, we're going through, 2 extra pieces of equipment. So I'm just going to take this 50 watt slug out of line, and we're going to put a 500 watt in. So 50 is now 500, and 1 or 10 will be 100. So we're going to power on the 203P. Whoops, that's the preamp. There's the amplifier portion of it, and we'll just show you the preamp working real quick. This is without. With. So it makes about an S unit or 2 difference, maybe more. That's just dummy load to dummy load. We're at 14 volts over here, so let's see what kind of power we're getting. We'll go ahead and key it up. Looks like about 10 watts or so. Hello. Hello. And audio, that's about, 60, 70 watts average. Hello, radio, 1, 2, 3, audio. Let's just see what it's doing PEP. We may have to turn our voltage back on our power supply a little more. Check. That's a little higher than I'd like. That's doing about 180, 170 PEP. Audio, check. Audio, check. Audio. Let's get on the right current scale here. Check, audio. Drawing about 10 amps. Let's back this down a little bit. Let's see if we can get that drive down. Let's go to 13.6. Check. Audio, check. Audio, check. Still needs to come down a little bit. That's about as low as I want to go. You don't want to run the 2879s. 12.5 volts is the lowest you want to run them. I try to stay above 13. But we're really down there. You know, usually we test at 14.5. We're down to 13.3 right now. Let's see what this thing's doing now. This is just the 203. Check, check, audio, check, check, audio, check, check. That's more like it. That's about 150 PEP. And that's at 13.3 volts. So you guys can see these things will really get up and go with it. You know, the higher you run the voltage, they'll get up and go. Again, we're overdriving it a little bit with this radio, so we're seeing a little bit higher numbers. Let's take the 500 watt slug out. Go with a 1,000 watt slug since we're going to test the 4-pill. Okay, so the 203P is turned on. Now let's turn the 4-pill on. And what we'll do, we're just going to turn our dead key all the way down just to be safe as a starting point. Key it up. There we go. Got our peak kit on. I was wondering why things were acting funny there. So we'll just settle, we'll go about 100 watt dead key there. And that's with the 203 driving into this guy. Taking a little bit higher dead key from our radio because we're still at 13.3 volts. So we'll key it up here. There's your delay working properly. There's the delay off. We'll give it a good audio and see what happens. We're going to have to get off that 40 amp scale first. Hello, audio. 70 amps. That's powering the 203 and the 4-pill. So let's come over here to the watt meter and see what we've got going on. Now remember guys, 13.3 volts. So we are driving it with about the proper amount of drive, but we're undervolting it considerably. 1,000 watt slug, bottom scale. Hello, audio, 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 audio. Radio. So high 300s, 350, 360 with the audio. Average power, just talking into it. Check, 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 check. 300. Audio to 350, talking 300. And now we're on PEP. Check, check, audio, check, check, audio, check, check, audio, audio, check, check, audio, check, check, audio, check, check, audio, check, check, audio, check, check. 800 watts. Now, just for the sake of a quick test, just as a burst, we're going to go ahead and roll the voltage up so you guys can see this thing will jump on up, but we're not going to stay on it very long. Let's go 1 volt higher and see what that changes. This is still peak. Check, check, audio, check, check, audio, check, check, audio, check, check, audio. So 900 watts. We don't have a dead key because I turned my dead key down. And then there's your 400 watts average. So we've turned the voltage up, not even to 14.5, and it really came to life. But we were wanting to test it with lower voltage because our little driver was so hot, we didn't want to really be overdriving it. So at 13.3 volts with the, or 13.2, whatever it was, with the 203P, seeing about 800 watts peak, you know, 350, 300 to 350 average. We turned it up to 14.3. We saw that 900 watts peak and around 400 watts average. So, that being said, guys, this is the test. This one is sold, and this one is sold. I do have some more 203Ps in stock. If you're interested, let me know. Shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Rooster in Tennessee. Catch you guys out there. See you, bye.